Mark, I believe it's chapter 2 or chapter 3. And I'm just going to give a synopsis of it. So Jesus, he comes out of the wilderness and he goes into synagogue and he talks with authority and not like the scribes and they. And the demon possessed guy, he jumps up and says, "What are we to do with you, Jesus? We know you're the Son of God." Jesus rebukes him, says, "Get out of him." And the demon tears out of the man. Shout out to boxing scientist there. What's up, bro? And the demon goes running away. And from then on, fame of Jesus spreads to us, the whole world. He ends up going by one of his disciples' place, Peter. Mother had a fever, and she was very ill, so she couldn't serve them. And Jesus cast out the fever, and she served them. And then people started bringing their sick, and that's how Jesus started healing people. And early in the morning, he would move away from everybody into a solitary place and consult with God. So, what does this have to do with anything? Okay, to me, it shows the blueprint. That is the emergence or expression of a person, who they are. So after being tested, you go through a testing phase for you to grow, and then you come out of that testing phase, and then the next thing is expression. That is who you are, what you will be, what you become. And in this case, uh, when Jesus spoke, he spoke with power, like they say. He spoke with power because he was certain about who he was and what he was supposed to do. He'd been tested on it, and now he spoke with authority. Now, a lot of people think that someone is cocky when they say who they are, and they say it with quite a lot of confidence, whether it's quiet confidence or otherwise. They speak of who they are. But the power comes from speaking and knowing who you are and stepping out into the world with power and authority based on that. So, from there, he walked into his calling, which was to heal people, to restore what had been destroyed through the fall. And so he started doing that. And it's interesting, though, while people were magnetized to him and coming just to get the restoration that they needed, that another very interesting thing was that once it came to a certain time, the beginning of the day, he was recharged. He would go to a certain place away from people and get himself recharged, reaffirm his call, and reaffirm what he was about. He'd go and speak to his father, his heavenly father. So I thought this was very interesting for us as people, not just in a spiritual sense of Christianity or spiritism or religiosity, but also in the sense of every morning you should restore or recharge yourself as to what it is you are, understanding who you are and how the events of the day play into who you are, so you can contribute to the day in the best possible way. And there's no better way than to start your day by centering yourself and knowing what it is you're about. And that's something that only you can do. You can't have your friends and family and all these people around you. You must find that quiet time, that center to do that. Shout out to Boxing Scientist, man. So I'm just going to let you guys know that I didn't do exactly that this morning. But nonetheless, it is a good way to go about it. Boxing Scientist says, "What's up, True?" And that is the reason for prayer every day. Right. Prayer every day is good. I mean, praying, you can pray anytime, anytime in the day. You can pray right now. As we're talking, we can pray. It's just a request. Prayer means request, asking for something. Meditation is a different thing to prayer, by the way. Um, so um, I'm just saying that it's something that whether you're a Christian, whether you're atheist, whatever you are, it's a really good practice to know who you are, know what you were put on this earth for. You're going to be tested on it. I've been tested, and I failed a couple tests, so I'm still in testing phase in certain aspects. And once you're tested on it, and come out that testing, you're going to have confidence, authority, and power. Do not let people speak you out of your authority and power, what you're called to do. Do not do that. And after that, do understand as you walk in it, it'll manifest itself or it'll show itself in different forms. And then you are to operate in that. But do understand that it's not people, the people around you are not the people that mandated that. So you're not supposed to focus on the focus. And I'd say listen. You can listen to everybody, but do not focus on what people tell you. That's something that should be affirmed within you. You don't need people to affirm anything in you. You understand me? And that's a very important principle. A lot of us look for affirmation from other people. We don't need affirmation from other people. If we know what we're called to do, we don't need any affirmation from anyone. Okay? And that comes from centering every single morning. Before the dawn comes up, you should be meditating on what happened last night in your dreams. You should be meditating on. Well, for me, I'm a Christian, so I'll meditate on God and an instruction what He wants me to do. I haven't done that this morning, but yet I'm sharing this with you guys. And uh, from there, you will understand how your day pans out and how you fit into the equation, because you're looking at your day no longer as what this day can do for me, but what can I do for my day, because you walk in power like that. Okay? Once you're walking in what you are born to do, you walk in power. It's just that way. It's just simple. Okay? So I hope that, and for the Christians, I'm just gonna give you a little extended version. You're born again, so you walk in all power and authority. Whatever is necessary for the situation, you can provide, and you should know that you're immensely powerful. You're walking Shekinah. So I hope you guys understand that you can influence territories, cities, nations, the world. You really have a lot of power at your disposal. The power of the Almighty Most High God is in your hands. And so for the Christian brothers and sisters, this goes way beyond just small ambits that we have. It goes way beyond that. The boxing scientist says, "What is your belief, my brother?" Well, I am a follower of the way, the Lord Jesus Christ, and as a result of that, I've realized that His wisdom is not just a wisdom that is limited to religious folk and religious sectors. It's literally a law. It's sort of principles of life. It's the nature of things. But it's just that people don't talk in that language that is necessary for people to understand. Hey, yeah, that's a natural thing. That really is a natural thing. We don't really talk of it, and we don't talk the gospel like that, and that's sad because if you don't pray certain things certain ways, people feel that, oh, we need to question that, and it's sad, really. But if you have an understanding of God and His scriptures and His word, you'll be able to say it in almost any way that's necessary for the situation. So that's what I got to say to you, my brother, and I address everybody. I address people who, whatever you may be from, your persuasion, your sexuality, your orientation, your culture, I address you because I believe that the word and the truth about words, and not just the word. People like to use the word as if it's the Bible. The word is not the Bible, by the way. Um, that is a sort of a limited representation of the word. But the word is what called everything into existence, as Islam would say, the spoken. Right. Anyways, not trying to throw my intellect on people because that's not what I'm about. It's just to help you guys understand a little bit more. And as I go into what I'm about to talk about, you guys are gonna really enjoy this because, again, I've been noticing certain things and I want to talk to you guys about it. People come short. We cannot put our faith in people, only God. Absolutely, 100%, brother. You are 100% correct. I can't agree with you more. But if you don't know God, you can't put your trust in Him. You can't put your faith in Him. So you have to know, and nobody can know God for you. You have to know Him for yourself. All right, so Leroy Count says, "Hello, happy Sunday and great live." Thank you, Leroy. uh, Blessings to you. Check out Leroy Count's channel. Also, if the Boxing Scientist has a channel, let me plug his channel. You guys should check out the Boxing Scientist. Just check out his channel if he got anything on it. The Boxing Scientist says, "My belief is what God told me to be, which is holy. God said to be holy." Okay, cool. You do understand what holy means, though. If you know what holy means, that being holy, what does that mean? That's a. Anyway, I don't want to digress. The Christian name was created from unbelievers from Antioch. Yeah, that's true. They were all called disciples before that. That's correct. And apostles. All right, people. So let's get into what we're going to talk about today. Which, again, I want you guys to remember that little tip I just hit you guys there. but I gotta move because I gotta go sell some stuff. So I gotta get on my hustle, as they say. But let me just get this to you guys, okay? So Canelo Alvarez, I noticed something, and I just thought about it, and I was like, hey, what's going on here? You know, we're hearing from Eddie Hearn, of all people, on the zone. Now you're gonna excuse me, my hair hump in the background, but don't dig a how about it, okay? Yeah, it's just a fan. I hope it's not disturbing everything. But Eddie Hearn on the zone was talking about how the date had been pushed back to November, and how Canelo, he's still exploring Caleb Plant. They want to have that Caleb Plant fight, and Bivol is an option. And I was thinking to myself, wait a minute, how come Eddie Hearn, who has nothing to do with Canelo Plant negotiations, why is he talking about it publicly? He has nothing to do with that. You know, it just dawned on me. I'm like, Eddie Hearn is all chummy with Canelo and his manager, Eddie Reynoso, which is nothing wrong with that. But I'm just saying, is Eddie Hearn really trying to? And when you listen on the zone, they're like, if the Canelo Plant negotiations fall through, I'm like, whoa, 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 hold up, homie. We want to see Canelo versus Plant. You know what I'm saying? I hope you guys understand what I'm saying, right? We want to see Canelo versus Plant. So why is it that the first thing that goes across we hear about is Canelo versus Plant negotiations going through, and then they're saying, "Oh, it's so difficult for the Canelo Plant negotiations." I'm like, "What?" Al Heyman and stuff, and I remember Eddie Reynoso, if I'm not mistaken, he was saying he ain't got no problems with Al Heyman, and he's looking forward to seeing the negotiations between him and Al Heyman. So I was looking at myself like, wait a minute. Eddie Hearn wants his fighter, okay, on the zone, which is Bivol. I don't know if he's a matchroom fighter, but he definitely fights on the zone. He wants that guy for Canelo, so he's going to have a bias. He's going to say what he wants. You know what I mean? He even talked about him facing Mbidabia. But when you think about it, Eddie Hearn got nothing to do with the Canelo versus Caleb Plant negotiations. Not one damn thing. He has no say in the matter. He's not. Matchroom has nothing to do with the free agent Canelo and what he wants to do with his manager Eddie Reynoso and Al Heyman, who's with the PBC. And remember, Canelo has done business with Al Heyman for a good while. Eddie Reynoso knows Al Heyman as well. They did business with Al Heyman when they were Golden Boy, when Canelo was across, with the PBC. So I just thought it was very interesting that Eddie Reynoso will be speaking on Al Heyman stuff. I think the people who we need to be listening to is not Eddie Reynoso. It's not it's not Eddie Hearn, but Eddie Reynoso or Canelo or Al Heyman or anybody associated with the direct negotiations. Caleb Plant, those people directly associated with those negotiations. Absolutely. Now the date being moved up to November, I heard that before. We'll see what happens with that. That means that Canelo might be really trying to push for that Caleb Plant fight. I hope he does, because that's the fight I want to see. I don't want to see no B-ball fight. I don't want to see no Bitter fight. I don't want to see none of those fights. I want to see Canelo versus Caleb Plant. That's what I want to see. Okay, that's the fight I want to see. I don't want to see no other fight. Canelo versus Caleb Plant. That's what I want to see. Okay, it's a good fight for Caleb, and it's a good fight for Canelo. And to be honest with you, the longer Caleb Plant gets to train and do what he do with that fight, the better. All right, so I'm looking forward to that fight. I fancy Caleb Plant's chances, but I want to see first Canelo face Caleb Plant. That's what I want to see. Caleb Plant's no walkover. I'm telling y'all that again. He's not a walkover. Canelo slips up in any kind of way, shape, or form, Caleb Plant will beat him. All right. So y'all gonna see. Y'all gonna see what I'm saying is true. I talk boxing. So that's all I have for now. I'm gonna come back with another video. Oh, I almost forgot, man. Uh, so uh, so Kid Gallahan, man, he actually finally won a world title, won the IBF World Championship. Congrats to Kid Gallahan on that accomplishment, knocking out the guy he had to fight to get the title. So kudos to Kid Gallahan, man. Kid Gallahan won the IBF um, uh, featherweight championship of the world, I believe it is. He's featherweight champion now. Of course, Leo Santa Cruz was talking about his interest in facing Gary Russell. I would love to see that. That'll be a good fight. Um, but just wanted to give you guys updates on that last fight because I covered all the other fights. The only fight I didn't cover was this one, and that's the other major fight. There was another fight on the card. I forgot what that fight was. Um, but congratulations to Kid Gallahan winning. Of course, for those who don't know, in the amateurs also, uh, what's his name? Uh, uh, he'll come to me. But he won the silver in the Olympics. The Keyshawn Davis. Keyshawn Davis won the silver in the Olympics. He was beaten by the Cuban fighter. Cuban fighter beat him every single time. He did very well. Nonetheless, the fight was pretty close, but still the Cuban won. And people are saying he got robbed. I don't think he got robbed at all. I thought the Cuban won that fight, but it is what it is. So that's all I got for now. What you need in the building, about to get out the building. Hope you guys have a good day. I'm gonna catch you guys later. Always talking boxing. For those of you on my film channel, I haven't talked any Restore the Snyderverse stuff, but don't worry. Of course, we're still talking about Restoring the Snyderverse, seeing David Ayer's cut of Suicide Squad come together. Also, I'm still pushing for the Snyder Cut to be put into theaters. And also another point I want to stress, I have not seen the Snyder Cut come out on Google Play. I've seen everything else come out on Google Play. Stuff that was, original programming came out on Google Play, but the Snyder Cut hasn't come out on Google Play. And it just shows you how much uh, the administration, current administration of Warner Brother Pictures and also Warner Media, them guys are still in there. Those cronies that their contracts about to end very soon. They're still trying to block Zack Snyder's stuff, even though the Snyder Cut has been the number one uh, selling movie in the UK for the longest while, and it's been the number one selling, that's DVD, that is, and also Blu-ray, and it's been up there. It's been up there. You know what I mean? I don't know what it's doing on HBO Max. I can tell you on HBO Go, it's the number one viewed movie still for the year 2021. So that's what's going on. I don't want to talk too much more about the Snyder Cut. We'll talk more about that and all the things that are transpiring, Zack Snyder stuff and his projects and all of that. Yeah, but it is what it is. Boxing Scientist says, one love, brother. And Boxing Scientist says, enjoy your day, brother. May God continue to bless you. God continue to bless you too, brother, over there. Stay safe, stay healthy. Boost your immune system as much as possible. If you got to take the COVID vaccine, take it. But I advise you that your greatest defense against COVID, because the vaccine does the same thing, is just to boost your immune system. So know what are the things to use to boost your immune system. You should be fine. You don't need to have a vaccine. I'm just letting y'all guys know. Now, the people who are vulnerable, at risk, are the people who have diabetes, high blood pressure, hypertension, those kinds of things. Those people need to have the vaccine. If you're an aged person, you probably need to get the vaccine, and be careful which vaccine you take. But for most of the people out there, again, once again, I tell you, COVID is a thing where it's about your immune system. So if your immune system is agile, strong, and fast and good, you're not going to get COVID. I did encounter people who had COVID, and I haven't gotten COVID, and mainly because my immune system is on point. Okay, so keep your immune system on point. Let me just break down what makes a strong immune system one more time for all you people out there in YouTube land. A strong immune system is based not just on eating stuff, it's a lifestyle. So let me hit you. First thing you need to have, okay, for a strong immune system, rest. Two, strong immune system, your diet, proper nutrition. In the case of viruses and stuff, vitamin C, okay, vitamin C, and then we have all these other vitamins, which are cofactors you need for your body for the enzymes and stuff. And also, you want to have a alkaline environment, okay, not an acidic environment. So that means all those vegetables, they're alkaline by nature. Fruits are alkaline by nature. You want to use fruits. You can get your vitamin C in fruits. Okay? All right, two. Besides that, you can also use other things, minerals and nutrients. You can use your selenium, trace minerals, or multivitamin tablet, anything like that will do. Two, uh, three, you want to have sunlight. Four, you want to get exercise. Five, you want to stay positive. Six, you want to also be temperate in what you do. Don't overeat, don't over this, don't over that. Certain things, try to eat things now that serve a certain purpose. For example, if you're going to eat meats, make sure they're meats that give you nutrients. Don't eat fried foods and all that stuff. That does not help your situation, okay? You want to use targeted foods, particularly if you can go vegan, that's good too. But some people can't go vegan because it will affect the immune system. So don't. You got to know what's best for you. The other thing I want to say, try to make sure your alimentary canal and your gastrointestinal tract is in order, because that's where your first line, of, your second or third line of defense is. Okay. All right. The other thing I want to talk to you guys about, besides that, is you got to always be forgiving. If you're holding grudges against people, you're gonna get sick eventually. Okay. So don't hold grudges against people. Try to forgive, and you want to be thankful. You want to be thankful every single day. That attitude brings endorphins. You want to be happy. Sometimes you take something just to bring endorphins into your life. Me, it's chocolate. I love chocolate a lot. Not the sugar, but I love the chocolate. Chocolate does well for your immune system. If you didn't know, cocoa is a very good medication. Um, so if you can get cocoa, try to get it without the artificial sugars in there, or if you can get some sort of you know uh, sweetener that's natural, like stevia. I saw some chocolate. I'm gonna buy some chocolate today. It coats my gut because I have an ongoing acid reflux problem. It's not as bad anymore. It's very much controlled, but it still could flare up at any time if I don't handle myself properly. So use chocolate, whatever. Okay. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So be thankful. Okay. Don't hold grudges, and like I said before, you also need to you know there's another R. Is there another R? Is there another R? No. Okay. It's just temperance and sunlight and exercise, rest, proper diet, and attitude. Your attitude, positivity, be positive, temperate, thankful, forgiving. Okay, those are very important things. And all around, if you can be that, okay, if you're a thankful person, you're probably not going to be stressed out too much. You're going to be stressed out. You're going to be stressed out, but not as much as if you wasn't thankful and you was exploding and stuff. So this is all I got for you guys. I don't always hold fast to all these things, but they're very important. It's a holistic thing. It's a lifestyle. It's a life. That's what boosts your immune system. That's what makes you healthy and strong. The older you get, is the more your immune system has been through the rut, so it needs boosting up. It needs strengthening. Okay, the vaccines, they sort of artificially boost your immune system to give you T cells to fight infections. Okay, um, but your body, if it's robustly strong, its immune system is very strong, it will handle anything, chicken pox, whatever it is, whatever's going around, it'll handle it. You won't even know you got it, and your body will just dispose of that thing in record. It's about being quick, agile, strong, and your immune system will be intact. So that's all I got for now. I am what you need. You guys have a blessed day.